Ice Cube is taking names. One of the most influential rappers in history just lambasted platforms like The View and Oprah Winfrey for allegedly blacklisting him once he took a slight right turn in his political leanings. But that's only the start, because this conversation between Ice Cube and Tucker Carlson marks a confirmation of a deep distrust zone between the political sides, making even someone as popular as Ice Cube a casualty amid this raging culture war.
Where I can voice my opinion without somebody, saying I'm a bad person and that they never want to have me on their platform again.
What platforms have banned you?
I tried to go on The View. They didn't have me on The View.
Why?
Well, a few of the guests just really didn't like where I was coming from. So, or a few of the hosts, I mean. So that's what I was told by the producers. I don't know if the producers was just copping out and using some of the hosts to not have me come on and explain myself.
I think I know when it all started, back when 2020 was the most heated year for race relations in recent history, over things like the George Floyd incident. Ice Cube had come under fire from many on the left over his closer association with the Trump campaign, and that's what marks a point of departure where Ice Cube started becoming more isolated in the mainstream media for supposedly being a sellout. One of those shows happened to be The View, but why did Ice Cube make his change of heart in the first place? It's simple. He doesn't prescribe himself as overtly political, and has said that he wants the best for Black Americans wherever he can find it. He even put out a manifesto through his organization CWBA, or Contract with Black America, where he detailed his proposals to the government, including things like proper representation, prison reforms, and police reforms to address the aftermath of the George Floyd incident. Clearly, none of that nuanced look at his actual reasons for reaching out to the Trump administration were considered, leading to increased isolation on mainstream media. Though all you need to do is look at how enthusiastically he was welcomed on a show like The View just a couple years prior, it shows just how easy it is to lose favor with the MSM once you step out of the left of the Overton window.
Please welcome actor, producer, writer, and rapper Ice Cube. Well, you just walked out to your song. That was a good day, right? It was a good day.
He's apparently not welcome on the show anymore, much less with this level of enthusiasm and cheers. Ice Cube in recent years has become the victim of a political strand that conflates identity with beliefs. That's why the apparent disconnect makes him such a vivid target for vitriol and isolation that not many other people would. And yet, he's the same guy that was revered by much of mainstream media and Hollywood after he released the Arrest the President music video in 2018, taking a direct dig at Donald Trump. It was a charged political commentary on Trump that took it even farther than most other artists in rap music. Perhaps even Ice Cube was surprised at how quickly the tables turned for him the moment he dropped that anti-populist persona and decided to reach out to the other side. For a show like The View, it's not that hard to believe Ice Cube when he says that the panelists refused to have him on. There have even been instances in recent times where former show hosts like Meghan McCain have come out and openly talked about the biased and suffocating political culture present among the show panelists. She's alleged that they are given topics beforehand and refuse to talk about anything they believe is out of their political bubble. But there was another peculiar name that Ice Cube mentioned to Tucker Carlson, and that's Oprah Winfrey. Take a look at this.
If you can't think for yourself, then you're not really free, are you?
No, you're not. You're not. But I've been excluded. I've been excluded on Oprah,
On Oprah?
On Oprah, yeah, I've been excluded. Yeah, man.
I would think you'd be the person Oprah would want to promote. I mean, you grew up in South Central, you were successful at a young age, you have dignity, you say what you think. Like, I thought that was the goal.
Me too. I don't know what it is, but, several of my, I had a movie called Barbershop,
I remember.
that I wasn't invited to participate with the cast.
It's actually an interesting arc in their relationship that goes all the way back almost 2 decades ago. In 2006, Ice Cube alleged that Oprah Winfrey seemed to have a problem with hip-hop. Oprah, on the other hand, had reportedly said she feels uncomfortable with the genre over its objectification of women, and that led to several back and forth with artists like Ice Cube, Ludacris, and 50 Cent. It was that cold thaw in their relationship that led to Oprah never inviting Ice Cube on her show, despite the rags to riches story of achievement that Ice believes he shares with many of her other guests. Right now, it seems like that friction has not subsided and the two are unlikely to have enough reason or incentive to reach out and make amends. In the case of Oprah Winfrey, there's a perception in the media space of her almost gatekeeping and safeguarding her position on the apex of the media industry, and perhaps that comes to a degree of selectiveness that can rub off on many people as arrogance. But despite this, Ice Cube has never really mentioned her name in a mainstream interview like this before, which might signal a tense internal friction between the two and the freedom for Ice Cube to now talk about it openly. It also is easy to see why they would accelerate with Ice Cube's engagement with Trump.
Have you noticed that it is more controversial to criticize Oprah than to burn the American flag?
Really?
Seems that way. I've never heard anybody criticize Oprah. Do you think it's political or do you think it's deeper than that? You're not like a right winger.
No.
No. You don't even seem that political.
No, I'm not really. I'm pretty much, just want to do right by the people, So if that comes through political means, that comes through the private sector, wherever it comes, I'm down to work with whoever's down to do something right for the people.
And that's the first step toward realizing that reaching out to the other side is the only way of accomplishing that. Politics is very surface level, and that means cutting ties over it deprives you of a lot of deeper value that people can bring. For someone like Ice Cube, his star persona and celebrity status are both a burden and a strength in that regard. That's because the same reason that people come after him for falling out of line is also how he can build back that respect and recognition for himself. In the end, the trade-off is worth it because you get to speak your mind and do something good in the process. Ice Cube's multifaceted career over decades has helped him solidify a legacy that very few in the industry have accomplished, even earning his own Hollywood Walk of Fame. Now, in the later stages of his life and career, more things start to become important than merely fame and money. He's done it all and seen it all and prefers to live a life that's true to what he believes. If that means falling out of favor with a few people or losing a couple of interviews, maybe that price was worth it.